the whole sect by playing badly. Chapter 30 and quote, we are looking for disciples of Yuqing sect, and quote. Perhaps what Yi Qiao said was sincere. After hearing this, Turkey nodded thoughtfully, accepting the name KFC. It will be the most domineering chicken. Bar, it's not a chicken. The original threesome brought a monster along the way. The KFC chicken was small in size and jumped onto Yi Qiao's shoulder. Junior sister, do you really know where the fire element crystal mine is? On the way, Mu Chongxi was skeptical while teasing the KFC. Yi Qiao nodded, watched the two people's slow movements, and simply pulled Duan Hengdao onto the sword. You guys can't even eat shit at your speed. Let's go. While urging, she urged Ta Qingfeng to speed up to the destination. The Great Secret Realm will arrive a few months earlier, so there is no guarantee that the heroine will also get the treasure-hunting beast in advance, and if she is preempted, who will she find to cry? The fire spa was born in the extremely hot zone, and the environment of the Great Secret Realm is always a mystery. 1 second it was clear, and the next second it rained. It was not ordinary rain. It was corrosive like acid rain. There is a burning pain on the skin. Duan Hengdao thought for a while, I have a magic weapon for defense, but I need to consume some spiritual power to support it. Do you want to use it together? Waste of energy. Yi Qiao calculated the distance and resolutely refused. What if you run out of spiritual energy and encounter enemies? Mu Chongxi also refused. In the past, he certainly would not have thought that he would meet enemies when he went out to practice, but since he was with the junior sister, she has been pulling hatred all the time, and she offended 2 of the 5 great sects. Absolutely. Then what should we do? Duan Hengdao touched his burnt hand, only to see Yi Qiao take out 2 cauldrons from the mustard space unhurriedly. And many more. Cauldron. What is this? Duan Hengdao was dumbfounded. The pot, Yi Qiao said succinctly. Hold it. Usually used for alchemy. Duan Hengdao. He was stunned. A pot for alchemy. Yi Qiao. No money. Understand. Duan Hengdao. Okay. He couldn't help thinking, after Mingxuan became a madman, did Zhu Yu start to make alchemy in big pots in an unconventional way? Is your Changming clan Xuan's mental state okay? Because Yi Qiao didn't say who used the cauldron to make alchemy, and Changmingzong only had 1 alchemist, Duan Hengdao once again misunderstood gorgeously. Duan Hengdao held a pot, and found that it was quite easy to use, at least it didn't need to consume spiritual energy. Although it seemed that he was mentally abnormal, it didn't matter, and there were no outsiders. Moreover, there are so many strange things in Yi Qiao, which made him sincerely say, I hope that when Dabi sees you, he will be merciful to our Changfeng sect. Yi Qiao didn't turn her head back, and said with an innocent tone, I'm just a little foundation builder, how can I pose any threat to your golden core stage bosses? Duan Hengdao muttered, it's hard to say. The Changming sect has not always been favored by the outside world. The number 1 and 2nd this year are either the sword-seeking sect or the Changfeng sect. Even the Yuqing sect and the Clear Water sect may compete with them. Only Chang Mingzong ran back and forth with him. In fact, he didn't pay much attention to this sect that has been counting down all the year round, but their newly recruited junior sister has too much manipulation. It's simply impossible to guard against. After the acid rain stopped, a giant snake loomed in front of him. Duan Hengdao bit the tip of his tongue forcefully, and soon realized that it was an illusion. This kind of illusion that can confuse people's mind often appears in the secret realm, and those who are not firm in mind can easily lose themselves in it. Yi Qiao also noticed that except for herself, the other 2 people were standing still in a daze. She took out the mustard bag for a long time, and then opened the pill in the porcelain bottle. The fresh fragrance came out from the mouth of the bottle, making people feel refreshed for a while, Duan Hengdao rubbed his eyes, and regained his senses from the hallucination. Qingshin pill. She nodded and gave it to the two of them. Duan Hengdao, why do you have so many? Yi Qiao said vaguely. The third senior brother gave it to me. After Zhu Yu finished training, she also gave her a bunch. Now she doesn't have much else, just Qingshin Danduo. This kind of elixir can prevent people from falling into illusions, and it is simply a necessary elixir for going out to practice. With Yi Qiao's unremitting efforts, the three quickly found the fire crystal mine mentioned in the original book. Compared with the spar in Duan Hengdao's box, the one here is brighter and hotter, continuously absorbing the surrounding heat. There are nearly 100 spars inlaid on the red volcano, and the KFC on the shoulder smells the smell, and immediately gets excited sun. Flapping its wings, it is about to pounce on the spar. The sleeping leopard suddenly opened its eyes and sensed that someone was approaching. It bared its teeth subconsciously. Just as it was about to jump out to teach the unexpected visitor a lesson, it suddenly found a baby bird that hadn't grown any feathers. The spar gnawed crazily. The leopard bared its teeth, eager to swallow its prey. Suddenly KFC tilted its head and glanced at it. With just one glance, the leopard crawled uncontrollably on the ground, its huge body trembling slightly, and remained motionless the whole time, allowing these humans to pick up the spar. The three of them who didn't know what happened were still immersed in the state of mining. Mu Chongxi had several previous experiences, and this time there was no trace of ink. He started mining as soon as he came up. It was swept away, and nothing was left for others. Mu Chongxi realized after following Yi Qiao out for a few days that kindness is useless, and it's much more comfortable to be shameless. In the end, KFC swallowed 1/3 of the spar, and Mu Chongxi and Duan Hengdao shared the rest equally. It stands to reason that there should be monsters guarding this kind of crystal mine. However, for some reason, the guardian beast here did not show up at all, and the whole process went smoothly. On the way, while feeding it, Yi Qiao looked at her bird with complicated expressions. Is it too edible? Mu Chongxi didn't care. It's a blessing to be able to eat. Yi Qiao thought about it too, but seeing it eat so happily, she almost suffocated. Who can afford it? She was feeding KFC while walking along the way, and was soon followed by a group of people. There are many casual cultivators who are trapped in the secret realm and cannot get out. Yi Qiao noticed that they were all group foundation builders and ignored them. Who would have thought that the person who had been following him sneakily jumped out on his own initiative, and asked questions as soon as he opened his mouth? You guys took my spar. The other party was determined, obviously having seen the whole process. There are still a few people standing behind him, and it seems that they are all casual cultivators. Yi Qiao pinched the talisman with her fingertips. Your spar. Is your name written? She bent her eyes. Her attitude was very loose. That's what we discovered first. He was furious. You guys are simply deceiving people too much. Because that leopard at least has the cultivation base of Jindan, he didn't dare to act rashly, and ran to call for someone, so he didn't expect that there would be nothing left when he came back. Seeing Yi Qiao's nonchalant attitude again, Lu Ren was instantly furious, and wanted to teach her a lesson with his bare hands. Yi Qiao lowered her head to dodge, twisted his arm, threw him to the ground neatly with her backhand, and smiled slightly. What? What did you say? I didn't hear clearly. Joke. At the same level, if she couldn't beat Lu Ren, would she be worthy of Elder Duan Yu's ruthless beatings on her every class? Facing Yi Qiao's smiling gaze, Lu Ren, who was thrown to the ground, was stunned for a long time. It wasn't until the clear pain came from his body that he realized that he was hammered on the ground by a weak and unable to take care of himself. Nima, didn't you say that Fu Xiu is the worst at close combat? Yi Qiao kicked him back neatly, with the corners of her lips slightly raised. she immediately told them arrogantly, "I am a direct disciple of the Yuqing clan. If you are not convinced, you have the ability to go to our senior brother to argue." Biography. Could it be that? Is she the young that Yue Qingzong newly acquired? Yi Qiao almost laughed out loud. No way, she actually wanted to put the blame on Song Hansheng, but who made Yun Qiu a junior sister in the Yuqing sect's personal biography, so it can only go along with the flow, can't it? Okay, I knew it was Yue Qingzong's shameless people. Bold. Yi Qiao frowned pretendingly. How dare you insult my sect? As she spoke, she picked up a formation talisman and threw it over. It is the confinement talisman that has no lethality. At most it will trap them in place for a few minutes. After she threw the talisman, the casual cultivators below immediately exploded. Okay, it really belongs to Yue Qingzong. Who would be so despicable except them? I saw it, and it is clearly the talisman of Yue Qingzong. The talismans of the Yuqing sect are quite recognizable. The formation talismans are basically from the techniques of the Yuqing sect. After the formation is formed, there will be a special pattern of hot gold. A knowledgeable Sanshu will recognize it immediately. This completely confirms her identity as the direct descendant of the Yuqing clan. Yi Qiao, who was wearing a cloud magpie vest, was fearless, and unceremoniously took the remaining spar into his bag, and Shi Shiran ran away. Duan Hengdao followed Yi Qiao only to shout 666 the whole time. Undecided when things happen, blame the enemy. This process can be regarded as allowing Yi Qiao to understand. Ellipsis. I heard that someone discovered a fire-type crystal mine in a secret realm. Where is it? This kind of heavenly and earthly treasure is hard to find, and any one in the auction house can be sold for a sky-high price. In an instant, the monks in the whole secret realm are boiling. It seems that the people of Yue Qingzong got the crystal mine. For a while, the fire that was eager to try was misfired. Da Zongman. Then aren't they courting death by robbing Dazongman for resources? Someone immediately incited, "Don't be afraid, even if it is Yue Qingzong. Don't forget that they're a group of talisman cultivators. Are there so many of us afraid of a few talisman cultivators? When the time comes, grab the spar and we will share it equally." Immediately, everyone was moved by the same words. Anyway, who knows who after leaving the secret realm? What about Da Zongman? So Song Hansheng, who had just gotten rid of the group of Xuanyunzong people over there, opened his mouth and couldn't help cursing. Those mad dogs are really hard to deal with. The disciples behind him nodded repeatedly. If it weren't for the master's many methods, I really wouldn't be able to get out for a while. And that Yi Qiao, there's something wrong with it, and we didn't offend her. Speaking of Yi Qiao, Song Hansheng had vaguely heard that this woman was an inner disciple of their Yuqing sect before, but she was provoked by some kind of stimulus and defected from the sect overnight. There are different opinions about Yi Qiao's departure in Yuqingzong. Song Hansheng always believes that Yi Qiao left Yuqingzong because Changmingzong threw an olive branch at her and promised her the position of direct disciple. That's why this woman is ungrateful and chooses to betray the sect regardless of the kindness of her master's upbringing. Otherwise, Song Hansheng couldn't figure it out. If there was no better choice, why would Yi Qiao choose to go down the mountain? Song Hansheng said coldly, "It's just a white-eyed wolf. I will never let her go when we meet next time." As soon as the words fell, a group of casual cultivators who appeared from nowhere blocked their way and surrounded them. "You belong to the Yuqing sect." The slightly familiar words made Song Hansheng unable to react. He raised his chin, impatient with the tone of these casual cultivators. So what? That's all for Xuanyunzong. Anyway, he is quite famous in the cultivation world. Could this group of casual cultivators still want to provoke them? Then there's no problem. The eyes of the group of casual cultivators lit up, and they rushed over like hungry wolves seeing meat. We are looking for disciples of the Yuqing sect. Song Hansheng. Chevron _ left previous home index.